Adaxanang has a goal. I want to get in this algorithm in the worst way. I want you to help me meet my goal of 500 subscribers before the end of the summer. That would be quite an accomplishment for me here at Adaxanang. And if you would like to know, well, what's in it for me? Well, I can tell you. If you would be so kind as to leave a comment to tell me what you thought about this drama, or you can leave a comment on the episode I did before this one. Any comments prior to do not qualify because I announced it on that one. But it only takes a comment, and you can head straight on over to lilliancollection.com after you verify that you're a subscriber and that, yes, you left that comment. And you can choose any one of those lovely bracelets. I don't know how much better a deal that is, so I'll just jump into this episode. When I saw this drama being advertised last year, I can't say that the title made me feel uneasy, but it looked like one of those dramas that, if Wookie is in it, Ji Chang Wook, then it's going to be good. But you know how I am. I'm always waiting for the next great love story to take me and just take me somewhere, baby. Finally, I'm ready to watch this because I miss Ji Chang Wook. He's doing work elsewhere. And yes, he's in Hanguk, but you know what I'm saying. His contract has obviously taken him into different waters as of late, the last few years. And you got to go find him now. Okay, you got to go find him. And I did. And I said to myself, wow, it seems like, he needs to blink a couple times if Idoc Sadong needs to go and rescue him. And that's exactly what I found. But not like the bad way, but just, in a good way. The way that says, wow, this is really a good drama. And I'm glad to have come into work that I could absolutely enjoy. Now, The Manipulated. That title right there may trigger a few of you listeners, okay? Because you are in for some shit if the title of the drama is The Manipulated. So, I've only seen the first episode. Yeah, I've only seen the first episode. So bear with me because I haven't seen it 1 through 12. But if you want to leave a comment and your comment is talking about the drama as a whole, just keep that in mind that I've only seen the first episode, okay? So I'm going to give this to you premise style, but I'll add in a couple things as far as pros and cons are concerned. And the first pro I have is that I don't have any cons. That's a big deal with Idoc Sadong because y'all know how I am, baby. I can give you some cons. You want some cons? I'll give you a con. But there are no cons. And I cannot be more elated by that. My next pro is that the episodes are only like 35 minutes long. Brevity is the way to go. Brevity is everything. For me, brevity means that you got to get in there and stop playing with y'all and tell this damn story. I, as a writer, write short stories and novellas. Why? Because the task is to get in there and get people interested, keep them interested, and then allow their imaginations to take over when your story has to end. I love brevity in dramas, micros, verticals. I just love it. Absolutely. And in 35 minutes, normally when I watch a drama, I always scope out the timing because the timing helps me to orient my senses or something. And I was halfway through before I scoped out the timing. And I was like, wow, 35 minutes. The bite on this feels like, oh, we in for some, you know what I'm saying? The cinematic quality, the vibes in the auras feel like you're about to sit here and be stuck to your seat for an hour and 10 minutes. I am glad it wasn't an hour and 10 minutes because even in a good story, you exhaust people when you go on for too long. Perfect Crown may have been able to come off better in that first half if the episodes weren't so long. I don't know. I'm just throwing this out there as a possibility. So as we start episode number 1, Wookie he's in a tunnel, and I don't know if this is a flash forward. I don't know if this is giving us his biking skills. I'm really not all that sure. But he's in this tunnel and he's on his bike and he's being chased through this tunnel. And because he's on a bike, he can zip in and zip out these little tight spaces. And it's really nice to watch. You don't quite know what's going on quite yet. After these first few minutes of this, we move into the story proper. And that's why I'm saying I don't know if this is a flash forward or if this is, I don't know what it is, y'all. And I'm only 1 episode in, so I'm sure I'm going to get the deets on that. Wookie is a DoorDasher over there in Hanguk. He's a gig worker. And it is so real to me, him doing that. I don't know, that connects to me. I love it. I love that. Now, I don't want y'all to make people struggle too, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is his name, y'all? We are all trying here. The lead in that, Juan Doman, he's doing too much. Like, he too fucking broke. We don't want him that broke, y'all. But we do need them to be a regular people broke. You know, like the kind of broke that's like, if you don't go to work today, your life is over broke. Not, it don't matter if you go to work for the rest of your life, you still gonna die in the slums of certain. Like, who the fuck wants to watch that? Who wants to watch so broke that you eating off the plates of people after they have deemed that it's trash? Now, I'm not saying that drama isn't still good, but I haven't gone back to it because of the gross factor. That kind of shit bothers me. I internalize dramas when I watch them, which means that, baby, if we in space, I can't breathe. If we in a submarine, I can't breathe. I'm claustrophobic. If we on the moon, if we're in the desert, I'm thirsty. I'm hot. So when I see Cuando Man eating after people, that shit makes me want to throw up. Okay? So, maybe some people have better stomachs than I do, but I can't stand that. But let me just, I am building up to something. Ji Tang Wookie. From here on out, he's Wookie because that's who he is to me. I love him. That's right there on the balance, guys. Bravo to the writers, directors, producers. That's right there at ground level. You know, I know, we know some damn Door Dashers, okay? I don't give a damn what they call it over there in Hangul. We know this guy. We know this girl. We know people who do this. This is a regular people job. This is not a chaebol. This is not Perfect Crown where you go to work all day, all night long when your fucking husband is the king of Hangul. Girl, why is you at work instead of why? I don't understand you. And then your husband look like Piano. Your husband look like him. Do you know what your honeymoon is supposed to look like when you married to Piano? I am curious for the girls and the women and the men. Shit, y'all like him too. Like, do I need to walk to Hangul and show y'all how it looks when you marry the king, but he don't want to be the king no more and he still look like that? That's the best y'all can do, Perfect Crown. Yet it's writers like me that have to DoorDash like Ji Chang Wook to make ends meet. I don't get this. I don't understand it. And it's like the writers, why are y'all what are y'all over there? What are y'all over there doing? Like, in lieu of writing a good story, what y'all doing? What y'all gotta go back and do? Because I get it. In Japan, J-Town, they ain't got time to be writing no stories that last more than 20 minutes per episode. But that's sort of been their thing, like, for a long time. So I give them a pass because that's how they pop. That's how they pop. Perfect Crown, y'all only gave us 12 episodes, and that's cool because that's kind of the way y'all have moved it. And every episode is over an hour. And baby, you mean to tell me that now, this is not me, this is y'all. When you're so beautiful, even when you sick. Remember when she got out the hospital and they was like, oh, you're so beautiful, even when you're sick? And then she had to actually take her makeup in her bag to uglify her face because she was too fine and she didn't want to walk out the hospital looking good. But when you get married and you go on your honeymoon, what you do on your honeymoon? You go to work all day and night. Baby, please. I'm so glad that I went back over here with Ji Tang Wook. And even though there's little romance in this, you know what? He was like, baby, I'm trying to go on these motherfucking K-dramas and kiss these hoes. And the directors, the writers, and the producers won't let me. Now, y'all know I use hoes loosely around here. Like, colloquially, it's fun. I don't think any of the females in this are whores. I don't. Or do I? But he goes on the damn drama and he's like, okay, if y'all not gonna let me do what I did in Suspicious Partner, the K2, dramas like that, where I ain't got no shirt on and shit, and I'm, kickboxing, nothing, just so everybody can see my body. If this is what y'all not gonna let me do, let me go over here to Disney Plus and do some suspenseful shit where the writers are like, hey, you a Door Dasher or something. And Wookie was like, now, hold on for a second. I got too much damn money to understand what a Door Dasher is, but I do know what it means to want them to bring my shit lickety split. So when I take this role, I'm going to zip and zoom from door to door. I'm going to go real fast. I ain't going to never take no lunch. I'm going to eat King Bop and some fucking banana milk. This is what I imagine my DoorDasher is doing between my deliveries. They doing their best, putting their life at risk to get me my fucking, you know what I'm saying? My jang yang on time and shit. So that's what he does in this drama. And because I think Ji Tong-wook is a good guy or something, can you please be a good... Look, don't... Wookie, do not be over there scandalizing yourself and shit, even though you single and you ready to mingle, baby. So, like, if y'all catch him over in one of them little sus clubs and shit, he's single. Now, I'm not saying he should be single doing illegal shit. But if he got a chick or two or three or four or five or six, I mean, he is single, though. I'm just saying. The world knows he's single. Okay, so in this drama, Wookie has a little... In the drama, Wookie's name is, what is it, baby? Park Tae-jun. Park Tae-jun. And now y'all know I'm a polyglot, so I be trying to say these words right and shit, you know? So he's got a dunk sing, and he's so cute. Now, when I looked at the photography for this, at first I thought that the other guy on the thing was Dio. And I still think he might be, y'all. I'm about to go back to it. I'm trying to do it in real time, y'all, because y'all know how I get down. Yeah. So it is him. So maybe, I told y'all I only seen the first episode, so I don't know yet. But maybe Dong Sang grows up and becomes Dio. Because y'all know if Dio is in your shit, your drama is automatically good. Dio is so, EXO Dio is so good, ain't he? Why is he this good at acting? Everything I've ever seen him in, he's been a psychopath, though. I'm just going to say. I mean, you know. But he good. And let me take that back because he's in a drama with my girl. Can't think of her name. But he's so sexy also, girls. And I'll look that up so I can give it to y'all. So y'all can watch it. But I'm just saying. So somebody going to turn into Dio something. Maybe Dio is in prison, but let me back us up and let me premise this for those who haven't seen it, or for those who are like, you know, I saw that, but it don't look like Wookie gonna be kissing nothing, so I'm not gonna watch it. Idoxodon is giving you the stamp of approval to watch it, but he is so adorable with his little brother, and his brother has to grow up, I guess, you know, whatever. But they're very cute. It's just he and brother because mom is dead, mom died, you know, and now his little brother's his baby. It's like his child. And he fusses over him with that sexy maternal energy that he gives his little brother. And I don't mean sexy maternal energy like his mom is sex. I'm talking about Wookie fusses he carries on over this little brother like a mother would. Dads don't give it that. Girl, please. Dads do care. I'm not going to say they don't care. I ain't going to say that. But there's nothing like a mother caring about whether you've had something to eat or you warm, go home and read, get off the phone, leave the hoes alone. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. So they do that. And they do that at this green terraced garden. Yes, because Wookie is a Door Dasher. But as any smart Door Dasher knows, baby, if you bet not let DoorDash be your only resort. Your ass gonna have to have a few more of them type of damn jobs, plus a company you're building with your own hands like Wookie. Wookie has gleaned a green thumb. I would not be shocked if his mom had a green thumb that she passed on to him. And when I say Wookie can grow anything, Wookie can grow anything on this fucking green terraced roof. Now, y'all know how I am. The green terraced roof is not because of Wookie's green thumb. Y'all know the green terraced roof is the roof that has been what you call it, y'all? When you tar some shit, okay, green tarred terraced roof. And when you super broke in a drama, this that apartment that you have to climb Mount Everest to get to. But it's a bad idea because we know in Hanguk, if you broke and you got to live in that apartment, it's too tempting every day and every night to say, that's it for me. And Hanguk is known to be one of those locations where it's like another one, So it's very dangerous. But what he's doing to his green terrace apartment, rooftop place, it is like the rainforest. That's the way his stuff grows. And it's him and his three buddies, either from college or childhood, which is probably both, because we know in Hanguk society, your ass have to grow up from the womb to the grave and shit with your friend. Your friends have to be your friends forever. Even when they become your enemies, they have to stay your friends. And y'all still got to eat together and shit. Y'all still got to go into business and all that. And Wookie's got his chick, his girlfriend. Oh yeah, he's got a girlfriend, and I am proud to admit, or report, not admit, y'all, in 11 minutes, he kisses her. It's not like the build up, kiss. But it is enough of a kiss. It's enough of a kiss that says, Wookie's here. Yeah, you watching a Wookie drama, Like when you pick up a piece of jewelry and it's got that little tag on it that says, Lillian Collection, which wink wink is the name of my jewelry. But when it has that little tag, the identifier, that's what I likened that scene to. But if you notice in that scene, it lingers at the base of those steps. It's like 1,000 steps up to the Green Terrace. But the camera hesitates there for a long time, and it's not because they just want to see us do this kiss, because we do get the kiss, but it's a little bit further away than I would have preferred it, and it's on purpose because we're not supposed to have the bow chicka wow kiss. This is not about this. Hey, the bow chicka wow kiss ain't there yet. And if this was shot in 2026, I would say I got plenty of time to get to Hanguk so he can get his bow chicka, but it was last year, y'all. It's over. So Wookie cherishes this girlfriend, which, after they do their little garden club midnight, she's like, I don't want to go home. Can I spend the night? And when Wookie your boyfriend and all that, it's flirtation to ask him, can I stay over here tonight? It was cute. And of course, you can stay over the night. Now, did they give us any of that action? No, it was okay, because this is not that. This drama is not that. But when Idoxodon can watch it and it's not that, it's good. So we're at the next morning and he slips out of bed so that he can prepare some food for her, because he's that guy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, high EQ, green thumb, fucking salt of the earth. He gonna DoorDash his business all the way to the top. I'm like, baby, where them guys at? Where they at? Y'all looking for them guys? That shit do not exist. Wookie riding around. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's riding a round soul. Looking like that. Somebody he just wanna garden. That's all he wanna do. That's his life goal. I'm like, okay. All right. So Wookie cherishes his girlfriend, and he prepares a meal for her and, covers it so that when she takes her time, having a soft, slow morning, she can wake up and enjoy her surprise breakfast. Wookie, as a DoorDasher, he's not only very efficient, he actually tries to get the shit there on time. Most dashers be like, look, I'm going to get this shit. It'll get there when he get there. But no, he's racing to try to get you your stuff on time, which is probably why Wookie is platinum. Like, you know what I'm saying? Wookie is like that dude that keeps his platinum status. Like, he don't turn shit now. He do it all. So Wookie is a good person. And I think I've already pointed to that, but he's the guy that when he goes to do a DoorDash and he leaves it at the door and takes his little picture, when he's on his way back down the steps, he notices that this plant is ailing, and he pulls it out of the sun, prunes it, and then takes out his little handy dandy notepad so he can let the owner, whoever tends to this plant, let them know that this plant is susceptible to overexposure. You cannot sit this in direct sunlight. It will kill it. So he like gives it the sunlight ratios and exactly what to do to keep it, because his green thumb is so good that, much like animal lovers, he cannot allow any plant in his circumference to ail. It's like, baby, can you tell me, do I have to, so I got to walk to Hangul? He's also the guy that whenever he is out and an old lady who ain't got no business out there walking with this big ass suitcase that's bigger than her, she's like, young man, do you think you could take this up that steep ass street right there for me? And he's like, yeah, Granny, I got you. So he runs it up there. I mean, he's the guy that can stop and give you the shirt off his back between dashes. Okay? Because if he does Insta payout, he can go buy another damn t-shirt at one of the little stalls or something. He good. But he's going to be a good Samaritan the whole way while he getting you your shit on time. So he's the guy that's going to help you. He's the guy that's going to deliver your food. He's the guy that just wants to continue his mother's legacy. And he also is the guy who wants to fuss and worry over his little brother until he's in college and working at Samsung as the fucking CEO or something. So on his late night, because as a dasher, you got to work all day and all night just to make ends meet. And he's on one of his little breaks and he's having a bite to eat and a phone rings, a conspicuous phone. This phone is not like dropped in a bush and it's like, wedged between the sharpest thorns on the thornberry bush. Nah, this phone is conspicuous. It's like face up. You can see who the call ID is and you can pick it up and take it. You know what I'm saying? If you wanna. But Wookie's not that guy. Wookie is like, let me answer this phone. He is, 여보세요? And she's like, 여보세요, thank you so much for finding my phone. I really appreciate you. Can you bring it to me? And Wookie's like, baby, I am on the clock. I get paid by the hour because I told you I was platinum status. I don't know who y'all think this is. And I ain't paid by the gig. So no, I cannot bring nothing to you. And she's like, even for 300,000 won? And so he started doing some tabulations and he's like, hold on for a second. That's a month's worth of dashing. Yeah, what's your address? So she's like, okay, bring it here. And that buys her enough time for him to get to the location and for him to discover that, wow, this ain't your house, girl. Where you want me to bring this? What's your address? And she's like, baby, I'm not comfortable with you giving you my address, but I am comfortable with you just taking it to that tunnel that's right in front of you and putting it in that phone box. And he's scared. Like, this drama, I love it because it took me through when I say all the emotions, all of them, because and it's like the music isn't doing that like that crazy. Was that even a good sound? I don't know, but it's not doing that haunting thing. It's just that, unlike the tunnel in the beginning that was alive, that was full of traffic, the coloring was different. This tunnel is like this very, urine yellow colored lighting that looks like if you go in this bitch, you're not leaving, okay? And Wookie is rightfully scared. And this phone case that she wants him to open up and put it in is like too many fucking footsteps inside. It's one thing if it's like right there at the edge, you can run it over and run back. But now you actually got to go in the tunnel, walk, a couple meters and then put it in there. So he like, I don't want to do that. She like, just do it. The money's in there. You're good. So he goes and he does it because as a door dasher with a 300,000 won dash, basically is what this is. You don't turn it down, baby. That's just like if somebody say they're gonna give you, $500 for a dash. You finna go do some gangster shit, but you go ahead and tie up your shoes tight because it's finna go down. So he does it and he makes it out by the skin of his teeth because there's this big ass delivery truck that jump scares us all. And we're like, okay, did you have to do all that? And Wookie's looking at him like, baby, I'm finna fight everybody in this truck, including the truck, because you ain't even have to jump scare me like that. I'm already scared. So he goes home and I was kind of ahead of myself when I said about him bow chicka wow with his girlfriend and them chilling. And the morning that he makes the breakfast, He goes to the garden and he's in there tending to his babies. You know what I'm saying? Like, baby, when I tell you, Wookie will windmill over each and every last one of these plants from the greatest to the least, baby. From baby's breath all the way up to, you know what I'm saying? Do bananas grow on trees, y'all? The banana tree, like whatever the big ones are, the big ones. So he minded his own damn business. And we get a scene of just a gang of people rolling up. They on foot. They done made it over into the garden, a part of the garden he isn't at. This garden is huge. And they are just blaspheming this garden. I don't give a damn if you a G or not. Everybody knows you don't just step on the damn plants. Like, do they have no respect over there? So they're walking on all these fucking beautiful plants that Wookie would just like throw up. He would literally, he loves these plants so much he would throw up to watch these size 12 feet trampling all over these damn flowers. They finally make it to him and he realizes that he is being swatted. Yes, because Pak Taechung, you are under arrest for murdering a woman. And when he gets to the police station, he finds out that not only is he being charged with murdering her, but he's being charged with dismembering her body. And Wookie is like, I'm sorry, what the fuck did you just say? I don't understand what you're talking about. The way anybody would react if all they was doing was minding their business one morning. So he is locked up and he is doing the best that he can, and he's fervent and he's earnest and he's trying his best to convey to the officer, you got the, like, you don't even have the wrong guy. I don't know what you are talking about. There's another guy who has a lawyer that's there with him, and the lawyer's like, I got you, I'll be back on Monday and you good. And he walks away to kind of talk to one of the bailiffs, and Wookie is talking to one of the detectives on, the free side of the bars, and he's like, yeah, sure, because from the detective's purview, you are guilty. You are our perp. So Wookie just collapses to the floor in a heap. And Udi Deer lawyer, which I am going to lovingly call Matlock. I'm not saying it to denigrate, to desecrate, or whatever. Matlock is the shit. This show is good, y'all. If you ain't never seen Matlock, why? Okay. But Matlock, y'all, you want Matlock to be your fuck. He's like a lawyer, a detective, a PI. He's like everything, a judge, a prosecutor. He's everything balled up in one. You want him to be your damn lawyer. So Matlock is looking at, he glances over at Wookie and it's like, thank goodness, because somebody needs to, somebody. So Wookie has to plead before his girlfriend Suji, who is relieved the moment that she sits down and he says, I did not do this. I don't know what's going on. She's so relieved that he says this. And I'm just like, why? All guilty people say they didn't do it, but anyway. So he's going on and she's like, okay. All we got to do is just map out what happened, where you were. This should not be that difficult. And he's like, no, it shouldn't. Because as a DoorDasher, I'm being tracked all fucking night long. You ain't got to do nothing but go get my records from that. I got all my receipts from all them damn deliveries. There's got to be some surveillance that can show that between whatever hours they're saying that I did something to somebody, that it wasn't me. And that it's impossible that I could have been there because there's a clear alibi. So his lawyer is hopeful. His 3 friends, his little brother, his girlfriend, they're hopeful because in a perfect world, this should be able to exonerate him. Like, he should be walking out that after court that day, his scare quote trial, which is a bench trial. It looks like most trials are bench trials in Hanguk. I don't know if there is such a system as jury trials. So I think the person making the decision ultimately is the judge. So his lawyer is saying as much. His business partners / friends and his girlfriend and his little brother, they have been working overtime to compile all the receipts, to make the dream board of, red dots connecting to this and that and the third, and how I was this and how I was that, and the lawyer's like, can I use this as my exhibit? And they like, motherfucker, take it all. Just get him out. So he's presenting this to court. And it's like, wow, you feel good after your defense attorney does what should be an alibi. And then we get a treat because the prosecutor is the brother to Huiju in Perfect Crown. I know, except in this, he is so much milder, like he ate some gummies or did a dab or something before he did this drama, because he seems like himself. Like he's so much, he's not that high strung, shit eater that he was in Perfect Crown. He is calm, he's collected, his hair's great, he looks good, he sounds good, and I like his persona in this drama. And he stands and he says, you're telling us that your whereabouts were what they were, and hopefully that can bear itself to be true, and you've got some explanation for the things that I would like for you to answer now. And Wookie's sitting there and he's like, okay, all right. And the lawyer says, okay, so when you made this DoorDash delivery on such and such time on the date in question, what should have been a 30-second delivery, why did it take you 7 minutes? And Wookie is like, he's going back through his mind like, oh, there's this plant that was in the hallway, it was ailing, and I told you the story. And the lawyer's like, okay. All right. Okay. So now perhaps you can help me understand why this suitcase, do you see this suitcase here? And Wookie's like, yeah. He was like, can you explain to me why you took this suitcase up to this location? Remember the old lady who was like, son, can you take that up there? And he was like, yeah, there was an old lady on the street who was frail. She asked me for some help and I helped her. And the lawyer was like, okay, yep, I am following you. Except this suitcase was less than 2 meters away from where you were sitting. And Wookie's like, what do you mean where I was sitting? I work all over this city. I could be sitting anywhere. And the lawyer's like, true. But on that same day in question, you had the victim's phone. Can you explain that? And Wookie's like, wait a minute. Nope, we're not doing this. And the lawyer's like, please answer my question. Did you or did you not have the victim's cell phone? And Wookie's like, absolutely not. I didn't have anybody's cell phone. He's like, okay, let's look at this video. This surveillance video of you in a convenience store. Remember the night that he got his snack and all that? He went into the convenience store with the phone. And they got it on camera. So Wookie's like, no. I found this phone and I tried to call the owner and she was like, bring it to me, and I did. And she paid me to do it. And he was like, that's all well and good, but that person is dead now. And your DNA is on a suitcase that was less than 2 meters from where you were sitting that night when you found the phone. And pieces of her body have been found close to that suitcase. Can you explain that to us? By now, this damn courtroom is just a buzz. In typical Hanguk fashion, like people are in the audience, in the gallery rather. They are convinced he is a murderer, the worst kind. His friends have been convinced. His girlfriend is a mess. And Wookie's turning around like, no, it's not true. I didn't do this. Please don't do this. And unfortunately, Wookie is deemed guilty. Now, he gets one more visit. Suji comes to visit him for the second time. This time, there's a lot of ice in this meeting because she's sitting across from him, on the other side of plexiglass, and she's like, wear your bracelet. And he's like, what? And she's, where is your bracelet? The bracelet I gave you, our little couple bracelet. And he's like, man, I've been charged with murder. The last thing I'm thinking about is that little goofy ass bracelet you forced me to wear. Now, he didn't say that I did, but I'm just, given what he's dealing with, I thought her request was stupid. Until she said, now, if I find out that this bracelet is anywhere near the evidence or part of the evidence that they have against you, I'm not. And Wookie is standing up now. The guard behind him is shifting like, okay, do I have to beat him back into submission? Because he's like, Suji, no, we can't. No, I can't lose you two. You're going to have to stop this because I did not do anything. Susie a mess. He's a mess. And we move into the final scenes of the drama, which killed me. No pun intended. Wookie is on his way to the big house. And by on his way, I mean he is doing the walk of shame into the jail. You know the scene where all the inmates are like hooping and hollering like literal fresh meat is walking up in here. And y'all, it broke my heart the way Wookie shuffled into this jail. He's hunched over. He is a fright. And he's glancing at people and looking away really quickly. He's pathetic and my heart is fucking broken because he is innocent and he's terrified and he is being tortured. He's being unjustly punished. And this drama sent me there. This drama hurt me so bad that after it was over, it lingered. Like I couldn't stop thinking about how Wookie was looking on his walk of shame into the prison. And I cried, y'all. Yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I always say that any drama that can make me laugh or cry, I'm going to finish it. Well, this motherfucker made me do both in one episode. The first episode. So, do I recommend you watch The Manipulated? Yes, please. Because we got one hell of a redemption arc, I hope, coming. We've got D.O. coming. Like, let me give you a little bit of his brother. So his brother pulls his brother's leg. He pulls Wookie's leg because Wookie's like, now you go home and you study, and I mean study hard and get your meals in. And the little brother's like, nah, I'm finna go home, watch YouTube for the next 5 hours. He's playing with his brother. And his brother's like, don't you do that. I need your head in the books. So the brother kind of jeffs with his brother a little bit because he just has to do that. That's his job. But when he goes home, the young man is so responsible that he's even made it into a thing. He sits there, turns his camera on him, and he does a study with me for like 5 hours every night when he goes home. He's one of those content creators. And I'm like, yes, I love it. And so I'm hoping, just putting my drama history, like my drama expertise hat on. I'm hoping that in one way or another, the brother grows up to be D.O. and can get him out somehow. Because, I mean, if you study for 5 hours every night, which I know is probably standard over there in Hangul, but I'm just saying, D.O.'s got to make his appearance. And I hope it's the little brother. And I hope it's the little brother who's got some kind of, please help Wookie. Oh my gosh. And then, Wookie is not a bitch in a drama. He's usually going to figure it out somehow and become either a hero or, just a stronger guy. But this breaks me. Why? Because any day in jail is too long for somebody that's innocent, completely teetotally innocent. He didn't do this. And whether he's redeemed or not, I don't know why this broke me the way it did, but it really did, because nothing will be able to take away the trauma of being unjustly convicted, losing the trust of his friends and his family. I don't know if the little brother actually believes he did it, but Suji, that girl gone. She on her way out, baby. Look, now y'all know how I feel about that. I'm watching you close, Suji, because y'all know I'm gonna ship him with me if it don't work. No, I'm just playing. But I ain't, because I don't want him to be with somebody that didn't believe in him. The most violent thing Wookie ever did was like cut his finger when he's trying to prune something. Like, really. So yes, The Manipulated is an excellent drama. It is a breath of, fresh air compared to the dramas I've been watching lately. I haven't been all that pleased with them like that, but you gotta hang in there. Every drama seasons, and I don't even know how to describe this drama season, but I'm gonna hang in there, and I know you're gonna hang in there with me. And I hope that I will have an opportunity to talk more with you about what I thought of this drama on the next episode.